So, last time I left you all, you had finished your last bit of business in Balforum and went to continue to see further into this investigation of a faction of some kind that may have had a hand in the poisoning of Balfurum's people. The so-called the cult of ills, as it was found. The party traversed to the southeast along the coast in the I gave it an actual of the Maraz desert, traveling southwest to the city of Treiko, where a previous job that you all have taken is located, and also the hypothetical location of this cult of ills is within the vicinity. Among your travels, you passed a besieged city of Tuma, which had been besieged by a mercenary faction, the Platinum Company, being hired out by a so-called Lord of Red, as you later find out upon coming across refugees of Tuma. You accompanied the refugees and healed their wounds and made life much more bearable for them, as they also traveled to Krieko. Along the way, you came across some ruins or rather, Len and Cyrus came across an old cave that spoke of some ancient that must not be woken, but didn't seem to appear to do anything. Later, coming across a almost black obsidian ruined buildings that housed I can't even remember what they were. Beast-like creatures, almost chimeras, that the party swiftly removed one of them before its mate returned, wanting to get the refugees out before they became side casualties. But the trek was otherwise uneventful, besides the party the rest of the party finding out about Cyrus's unique heritage, or unique affliction in some beliefs. But all was talked and all was said as you have finally reached the independent city-state of Kreiko. You were about a mile outside the city gates. You see that work isn't. You're about you're a little early in the day. Well, midday, just with traveling. The city does look beautiful, but you can see from the outer walls itself that some structures are actually destroyed. Some of the outer walls have been brought down, and you can still see outside the city some at least 2 or 3 siege towers that have been. Two are still standing, and one has been utterly destroyed. Other than that, people still come and go by look of caravans. Other than that, you are free to do as you wish.
Okay. You mentioned there was some battle damage?
Yes. As in, uh, there is a part of the wall that has been brought down all the way down to the very ground itself. Whereas some parts of the wall are simply missing chunks where it be with the wall itself or on top. There, the wall itself is about, thinking about it, almost 5 stories high. I don't really know the real logistics of medieval wall masonry, but that's the closest I can figure.
Okay.
It does not seem too recent, I'll put it that way. Because you do see that there are, from this distance, you do see people milling about these siege engines and actually, like, dismantling them. And moving the pieces to the city.
Okay. Well. Let's see, we're here looking for the Ills. Was the Cult of Ills? Yep, the Cult of Ills. I am, however, curious as to where this battle damage came from. Does it look particularly recent?
First off, that's there for, like, the soundtrack, should people want to put that there. I guess this would be an intelligence check? Or knowledge engineering, if you have it.
Engineering?
I do not have that.
I do.
I believe. Mm-hmm.
You do, and there's a bard. The bard really wants to. I don't think a bard really wants to, though.
12?
Okay. Okay. 12 for Kianada. Len said like he's going to be attempting it. Hot damn, yeah. Kianada? Your particular... no. With your particular knowledge and experiences with siege warfare is not as great. You have a sort of idea. You can definitely tell that it isn't very recent. You can tell that it's not that. Otherwise, you would figure that you would be seeing a similar situation that you would be to Tuma, as in smoking structures still and much more. You figure there would be more devastation and all that if it was that recent.
Okay.
For Len, you looking at the towers and how much deconstruction they've been able to do and the damage and the such, you can figure that this happened A couple months, almost maybe. How long ago did we start? How long ago did we start? 3 months ago? 2 months? Well, for in game.
I haven't been tracking time.
I say, I thought you were doing that.
Okay, no, I was just wondering if anyone else had an idea. Let me make sure. As calendar. Might as well start that. Or restart that. Let's see. We were in Erastus. And getting into out of this. I believe by the time that we get to here, we are in the month of Rova, which would be September, ironically. I'm just going to go ahead and say it's Rova first. And it is Monday, which is Monday. I still have to come up with what year it is, but for you generally think that this is several months old, because they've had some time to deconstruct quite a bit of the siege towers, and there seems to be some work on the walls being able to be done, but nothing too substantial, by your figuring at least.
Okay. Do we need to assist the refugees in any way? Are they being processed smoothly?
They have just now gone here as much as you will. You're not sure at this point. Though at this point that they will the no the I believe it was known. Yes. It was a halfling. The halfling man will kind of as the rest are kind of being scooted off towards the city so where they can at least begin some kind of talks with whoever's in charge. He bows to you all several times. Thank you so much for helping us. I do not think we would have lasted long out there without your help.
I'm just happy we ran across you.
May I know? Is there? Thank you for what you've done. How, if there's any way I can, or help you in the at all, it would. I don't know what I can do now, but I can most certainly try to help. But also, how do we know who you are besides your names? What do we call you?
Sorry, 1 second. I got a work-related text. Okay. I just want to confirm. Is the rest of the party here, or is he just talking to me at the moment?
He's talking to he's kind of a staff talking to all of you at this point.
If you ever need to seek me out again, I am Kaleshka Kate.
As work tries to steal him away from us.
Hmm. Yes, but is there a name for your group? You seem rather formidable people, so I wish to simply know if there is such a name besides your guild, from what I understand, the Firebrands.
I like that no one else is going to be speaking up. Okay.
I mean, have we ever thought of a name for your group?
Not particularly, no.
The guys.
The dudes. The bad dudes. The good dudes. He kind of sees you all kind of like thinking about it, like kind of looking at each other like, we haven't really thought about this.
Okay. Shoot. I mean, we can't just string our names, letters in our names together. That our names are too diverse to really become anything.
I like how he says they're diverse after I ran the anagrams and proved that, we have too many of the same letters to come up with much.
Just the complete opposite. We're too
luck,
similar.
I think luck was the only thing I came up with that even remotely worked as a word.
I mean, man, like everyone's name is basically starts with a T or a K, and then one person has a C.
It's like L or K. We have one C.
Luke.
L, K, and C.
Click.
If you want to get real technical, I believe there's 3 characters that have the name of a K. There's 2 that have an L and 1 that has a C. If you want to really break it down.
Kinara, Kyome, Len, and Lynn, Cyrus. 1 C, 2 L's, and 2 K's. Click. We are the mighty Click.
Another double click.
Double click.
We're not conservative. We are the left click.
Sorry, I am the alt click, thank you.
No. No. Wait.
No, actually, I'm trying to. Okay. That's a phrase, not a name.
So it's the Mighty Nine and Vox Machina, your point?
Vox Machina is a
The people's machine.
single word, I believe.
No, 2 words.
No, it's 2 words.
Vox
The
Machina?
people's machine.
Yeah, it's a voice of the machine. Vox Machina, 2 words. More if you translate to English.
Damn. Well, okay. What concept do you think embodies the party?
Well, here's one thing. You're all magic users. And the fact that you all are magic users is a sight to behold. It is like none of you are not a caster. All of you have dabbled in some way, shape, or form into the arcane, the divine, or something or another.
The Mighty Magiswords.
If we get the reference, we could start calling ourselves the Herodrum. Magisword.
What's that group from Nagima? I keep wanting to call them the Idris Elba, and I know that's not right.
Oh, No, that's the. I'm thinking of the Magica Libre, which is completely OP. Damn it! No, all I can think of is Idris Elba. It's not. I need to go to the wiki now. You had to ask, Greg. Now we have to figure this out. We're gonna figure it out right now.
No, I kind of have been wondering what to call you all, because it's like, at this point, it's like,
I was just feeling we were old schooling it and didn't have a party name, but
we are Guild Team 552. But no, let me look up the not Idris Elba thing.
the Magi 5.
It was a group name. Wasn't it Nagi's group? Is that what you're thinking of?
well, there's Nagi's
Well,
group and Negi's group also had a name.
Well, you can just tell him we don't really have a group name. You can just tell him that.
Nope.
Nope, you brought this up. Now we have to find one.
This will be the entirety of the session trying to figure this shit out as we stand here awkwardly at the choose your name screen, typing in letters, going, no, fuck it, that's stupid, deleting the letters.
That is exactly what is happening now. The world is basically paused.
Type in another one, and the server goes, nope, sorry, that one's taken.
Damn it, that was a cool one too.
Come on!
God damn it, some kid in Korea beat me to it. I'm not even sure why he's on my server, but
Whatever.
Okay. No, I don't need the video games. Categories. Let's see. Looking up the sun.
The Magi of Flames.
I don't remember that as one of his aliases.
the mana pool.
Affiliation.
Justice League Dark.
Allah Alba is Negi's one.
Now you know why it sounds like Idris Elba in my head.
And
Which I don't blame you, no. I really don't.
organizations. Okay, that is bullshit. He was a part of a team. He should have an organization thing in the summary.
Try looking up Evangeline or Colonel Sanders.
Colonel Sanders.
I'll look up that. Motives, clubs. The Ella Alba is probably really what you were thinking of for the Idris Elba. Blood type unknown. Blood type is fuck you. I don't have any blood.
Blood type is yes.
Residence, her cottage. You know, thank you, Wiki, for the damn spoiler. Spoiling me. What the hell is Sanders? You know, the maniple sounds kooky. I mean, it's fun though. It's fun kind of thing to say.
Well, because you do have almost every single school or type of magic, as it were. You have your nature magic, you have arcane, you have divine, you have whatever bards are.
I have Kufei. He should be under C.
And he might be under A for Albriel Emo.
Yeah. That's right. That was his fucking alias, wasn't it?
Yeah, Colonel Sanders was his alias.
Okay, this wiki can suck it.
Lots of spoilers.
No,
No useful information.
no. They were a part of a team in their past. It should be an associated organization.
Nope.
Okay, Alla Albra is the one I can give you. The not Idris Elba. But,
The Church of Sekhmet and other made-up saints.
for those wondering, that's a phrase, not a title. I believe this should have some. It's
Man.
Latin for white wing.
Manamix.
Alla Ruba is Rubra is the other one, which is Crimson Wing.
He kind of lets you like, but what if we tried this? No! It's stupid. We are not killing ourselves then.
Okay, so I guess we have what, Alla Abra and Manipool so far, unless you want Alla Rubra.
You can come up with something to at least call yourselves and then table it with everybody else.
3 kits and a cat. Okay. Since we don't seem to be having one at the moment. Okay, last call for ideas.
My mind is drawing a blank, so don't look at me.
Okay, looking at the refugee. That is something I will have to get back to you about.
Fair enough.
But I'm certainly fantastic.
Thank you again, Mosaraz. Thank you, and to you, Kate. Thank you, priest of Segmet. Saraz. And he takes a final, very deep bow, and then runs off to people who, in the meeting discussion, have actually kind of dispersed off to the side, because the guards seem to have been informed of what is going on.
Well, I don't believe we're in any particular rush at the moment.
How long are we doing the other contract we're supposed to collect?
We have the cure that we're seeking.
And then after we drop off the cure, we were supposed to come back down here to the south.
To deliver something.
Okay.
And we were on the way to that when we ran into all this.
Wasn't this our ultimate destination, though?
Yes, actually, because you finished your job for Bafurum,
Yep.
and the site that had some kind of excavation of some kind, or had something to deal with, was Kreiko.
Which is where we are.
Yep.
So yeah, we just have to make contact with, or contact.
Okay.
Well, in that case, as we're gonna be making our way to the contact, then I would like to make a note of what churches are in the area, what faiths have hold over the city.
I don't think it's easy to tell immediately what is being held here, but you could suppose that since the halfling was able to recognize Sekhmet, maybe other or Syrian gods would be recognized here as well, perhaps. But or that are more affluent. But you can suppose that more desert-based or fertility ones would also be recognized here, or more prominent. Here.
Okay.
But without going into the city, I don't know.
Okay. I felt like it's been ages since I played this character. Whew. Okay. Well, let's say onward to the contact, because if the contact doesn't have anything super pressing, we could at least spend some time here before starting our various searches.
All right. So by the sound of it, you are going to enter the city.
Yep.
All right.
I take it there are guards for customs.
Yes. Quite a few. About quite a few. About 2 squads worth, which is maybe 15, give or so. Like various weapons, but a few swords, but mostly halberds and pole arms of some kind. They are most are dressed in a more lighter or medium armor. Getting closer, you can see that some of them do have more recent cuts on their faces, or some are still bandaged up. Like one person, still one of the guards has a bandage over one of their eyes. And as they're shuffling through, you see another guard who's sitting at a table, who seems to be the customs officer, has their arm in a sling.
Oh.
Next, they see you all approach, and kind of raise one eyebrow a bit. So, what can I do for you in a fair city?
Oh.
Business or
my friends and I are here to find a few jobs, actually. So business.
And the particular business you are looking for is this guild work, farm work. I wouldn't say it's farm work by the look of your attires. So I'm going to say either military or adventurers.
He'll nod. Kenara will nod.
All right. All right. He begins. They begin writing in the book that's in front of them. Kind of glancing to each of you real quick. Names, please, or what you prefer to be called.
There it is again.
I think we need to spend an hour figuring this one out finally.
I mean,
Come up with a second time.
individually.
Kaleshka Kate.
Lankara.
Kiyome.
The mute one's my twin, Lynn. And that other mute one's Cyrus.
Lynn. Yeah, after seeing that, he's like, look, still Lynn. I was like, she looks familiar. Curious. Does not matter.
I didn't think she went around.
Insert
He'll say
comment from Sarah about traveling with gypsies or something like that. being able to travel quite a bit. But the customs officer shrugs and kind of writes further. All right, general rules of the city. Don't cause trouble. Respect our laws, which are don't steal, especially right now. We catch you stealing, we cut off your hands. You don't murder for murder. Worse atrocities. Just don't be a general nuisance. Leave the workers be, as we currently try to renovate. And should you have any questions or concerns, I would suggest you head to the center of town, to the center where you can get more accustomed. The satrap will see to all questions from there. Now, if you could kindly move along, please. I have more to see to.
I'll move along.
They and some of your guards also give you kind of sideways glances, because once more they don't see. You're getting the distinct impression they don't get adventurers down here all that often. Or it could be the whole fact that after a recent siege they're still a little jumpy, maybe. Or trusting. Okay. You go, next!
Oh, guys, I was actually expecting a little more hassle from customs, like, no extremely large swords. Oh, well.
Don't know what customs you've been traveling through.
Yeah. Where have you been?
Small towns.
Doing that?
But large sword, I didn't say I had the large sword. Like, I had a chain with a knife on it. Very, very scary, very intimidating.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you're getting to. They do ask that you peace bind your weapons.
Ah, that's what I was expecting.
Yeah, sorry, it kind of slipped my mind. Like, wait a minute, yeah, that does make sense. Yeah, sorry, my brain is kind of right now.
That's fine. I mean, they could be the kind of people that be like, yeah, you can do it, but then we'll get you.
Yeah. But yes, they do ask you to peace bind your weapons. These have no further effects than essentially if you do want to take out your weapons. It takes a full round to take them out because you have to take everything off and prepare it.
Makes sense.
I suppose that means with quick draw I can do it as a move action instead of a free action?
No, would still take a good amount of time to do it, even with quick draw.
So the quick draw feat is useless while we're in town. Gotcha.
Until you're told that you can unbind your weapons. Once you unbind, it's basically fine.
I can understand that, because isn't quick draw supposed to be the practice motion of drawing and striking with your blade?
No, quick draw is the act of getting your weapon out quickly. It doesn't allow you,
It's not EI jutsu.
It's literally just being able to get it out fast enough.
Okay.
Yeah, suffice it, I think that with it, instead of a full round, if you have quick draw, it would be broken down to a standard.
That makes sense. And then you could still move and stuff at least.
I think they just give you movement, not much else.
Okay. Is there... Well, no, that would be untenable. Never mind. Okay. So does anyone remember where this contact is?
No, but if we check this contract here, it should give us an address.
As the camera focuses in on the parchment.
You take out the parchment, kind of get some dirt off it because of the sand's blowing quite constantly. It says to seek out. Hold on, let me double check his name. Okay. Rowan Avar.
Rowan Avar? Okay.
Rowan Advar. You do actually see a title there. Royal Advisor.
Well, I guess town hall, palace, whatever they have here would be the place to look.
Guys, you better get a room in now and leave all of our weapons there if we need to go into a palace.
Maybe not. We're peacebound.
That is a fair point.
I just want to clarify: is the peace belt actually a spell?
Oh.
No, it is simply put. It's peace binding your weapon, like tying it down for example, your sword, your rapier. It would be taking a long string and like binding it to the scabbard. Like it's taking, and essentially it's keep making sure that you can't pull out your weapon. Like if you pull it out, it's only gonna go out so far, like a little past your torso, but it's not gonna like get the blade out essentially.
Yeah, it's tying the blade to the sheath, or in the case of bows, you keep your bows unstrung.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify because that was magic. I'll just go dispel.
Even then, I wouldn't suggest it because they would know, they would know you dispelled it, and that's big trouble.
I wouldn't just do it for no reason.
No, okay, that's fair. It was sounding that way, but anyways.
So if it's in Mark mode, there shouldn't be any bar fights.
That is true. We do have that one insurance option right there.
Yeah. Okay. To the palace then. Well, I guess if we had questions, we could go to the central square. So to the central square then.
Yes. You do recall that it was specifically the customs person did give you a name, seemingly Citrap.
Let me just turn this volume up a little bit. There we go.
Sorry, Citrap.
Okay, you can't have that too high where you get feedback.
That's what it is. Citrap. So how would you like? So you're heading into the center of town. Any particular ways you want to find this Satrap or anything like that, or just go besides going to the center?
I mean, I can go casually ask a guard.
Let me see.
Or townsfolk. There are townsfolk about.
I-
It is midday, so there are people out and about.
Uh, Okay, what would I roll to, like? I don't know. I have like zero information, so I can't profile a name. Like, oh, this guy sounds like this kind of guy. He'd probably be here. For like good routes. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Kima, you want to
Bard
ask
will
around,
go
you
find
wanna
him.
ask around for this guy?
Sure.
I, by the way, will remove 30. I'll remove 30 silver from my inventory, from my coin pouch, and as we're going around trying to find out about this guy, I will occasionally be leaving coin for like homeless children and people that look
Down on their luck, essentially.
yeah, down on their luck. Specifically ones that look like they're still trying to survive versus, giving up and letting themselves die. Forget those people.
How would you like to determine that?
Ah,
Insight check.
yes.
Alright, so sense motive along with that.
Okay, one moment. I am adjusting my inventory right now. Number there we go. And I was not the best at insight. I am far better at, lying my ass off. So let's see how this roll will go. Insight.
You lie so well you can't even tell if you're lying or not.
Oh, that's not that bad. Okay. 22.
Okay. The surprisingly quote unquote few amount of peddlers that you see, none of them have seemed to have given up. Though you do see at least one or two that hold on, I need to actually check something like this.
Women and little girls I will be giving 2 silver to. And when I say little girls, I'm also including teenagers.
You do come as you are walking around, like trying to find the satrap and making the way to the center. You do see like a small group of about 4 or so that are huddled off into like an alleyway, clutching their two of them are clutching their stomachs, lying on the ground. Their faces are covered. You can tell they're not dead. They're not dead. One another is holding one of the people closely, and another is like kind of just having their hands out in prayer. It seems like they're on their knees, like their hands facing high. Their hands facing high. Their head very low.
Does anyone in this huddled group Do they look like they're maybe do they have like scars indicating former adventuring ties or anything like that?
Not that you're able to determine.
Okay.
Uh, but are you dropping a silver at their feet?
We're dealing with a group here. You said how many? How many were there?
Uh, 4.
Four. What's the gender split?
Hard to tell with the coverings. I don't know. They seem to be covered head to toe.
Okay. I will. I'll give them two, 2 silver each then.
Uh, where would you like to put it? Because there seems to be nowhere that to like place it, and there you do kind of notice that people kind of like are giving them a not too wide a berth, but they kind of avoid the alley.
I'll. You said some of them had outstretched hands. Do they look similar? Or, like, does it look like a family of people that are on their block, or just?
I again hard to tell because of the coverings, but there's only one person with their hands outstretched.
Okay. I will go over to the persons with their hands outstretched. Uh, hey there. What's? Are all of you together?
As you get closer, it kind of getting down to lean to talk to them, or I don't know. Are you leaning down to look at them or something?
I'll go to my knees if that'll bring me on eye level. Yeah.
Yeah. The first thing you notice as you get down is how spindly this person's fingers are. Like and kind of how they're like shaking, and you do hear mumbled prayers or something because eventually you look up, they look up to you or look up, and enough of their face, and they don't have their face completely covered. Before you see a very haggard looking human, dark skin. You see a full with a dark beard that seems to have been braided at some point, but is now messed up and very dirty, and like the tips of a beard at like the very chin. But you see his cheeks are sunken in, his cheeks and eyes look sunken in, like his skin is yellowish, and his eyes are like are red. Not the pupils, but like the red eye of just like he's seems diseased. So like tired. He's like, what do you want? What? Who are you?
Damn it, I was about... I need to stop using her Lady of Slaughter title. That does not help here.
No, it does not.
Nonsense. I say it helps entirely.
Okay, hold on. I need... I want to bring up the name list real quick. I don't know why I didn't bring that up earlier. Let me choose an appropriate name here. Okay. Okay, that's what I will do. I'm but a servant of Sekhmet, the Lady of Ways.
A servant.
You seem to be in a bit of distress here.
Um. Hold on. All right. As he hears servant, the man seems to go by to the servant. Do you mean cleric? Do you mean the cleric of Sekhmet? Or cleric of any kind? Please help us. Like he almost reaches him out to you, but kind of stops himself. Like, please, we've been afflicted with something. We don't know what it is. But all food, all water, it tastes like ash. It is nothing to us. No, it does not nourish. I have not eaten in 3 weeks. And I fear for my family. Please, do you know a spell or anything of some kind? Please.
Okay. You said it was a group of 5?
4.
4? Okay. I will look around. You said people were giving this group a wide berth. Well, somewhat of a berth.
Sort of.
Are they giving me any looks for approaching them? For approaching the group?
A few, but they're not. A few, but they're a little busy. They don't give you more than like, interesting. Kind of glance.
Okay. So there's no like.
There's no
seemingly
seemingly prejudice, but you can feel that there's something off.
Okay. They mentioned ash, and looking at them, do their symptoms appear like the symptoms that we heard of at Balforum? Off the top of my head, I'd say no, but I just want to make sure.
No.
Okay.
You never got to talk to anyone alive, but... no. By the sound of it, they had something significantly more different. This seems to be a whole new kind of affliction.
Can I make a medicine roll to see if I can,
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, cool.
And C and I will have to step away. But...
heal check. So many systems. I need to get my stuff right. Here we go.
Medicine. Well, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
That's
23.
23.
That's right. I'm not treating them, so my medical kit doesn't come into play. So yeah, 23.
Anything in particular you're trying to figure out about this? Are you trying to identify it, or what?
Yeah, I'm trying to diagnose, because it would make sense for your standard townsfolk not to know, for an example, what the Arizonian flu is, just they're sick. So, based on how they look and what they're saying, I'm trying to identify if this is a disease that, as a healer, I would know of.
Mm-hmm. Looking at him, you actually, do you like interact with him at all? Do you like see his body or anything like that? Just curious.
Yes, I will state to him, there may be a few things that I can do to assist you. May I take a look to see what would be the most effective? And I'll be gesturing towards his person when I say talk about taking a look.
He slowly, and me were like hands shaking, opens his cloak and his robes to reveal very malnourished stomach. Like you're able to almost see the ribs sunken stomach, inspecting his arms and legs, they're very thin.
I should have kept create food and water as my toggled spell. Oh god.
Looking at this, you're not familiar with this disease. This is one that is beyond you. You're, even more in a sense of, though unlike the one you found in Balforum, this one seems more palpable of some kind. Let's see. You are actually able to recognize, like, you kind of get a faint, you see something to it, but you're not exactly sure, seeing only one person of it. But yes, you can, suffice to say with that medical knowledge check, you can tell that he is fatigued, exhausted, and starving. Essentially.
Okay, Has the party moved on since I broke away, or
I
you
figured
guys?
we were sticking together because that's what we normally
I
do.
would stick together.
Okay. Did you guys approach with me? Are you kind of like off?
I went off to the side a little bit.
Okay.
We'd basically be like in the background picture of if there was a camera pan of this interaction.
Okay. I will gesture towards Kiyomi. It'll be a beckoning motion, so I don't have to raise my voice.
I would come over. And I was like,
Are you in human form or
yes?
Kitsune?
I'm a Kitsune.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have a complete idea of what's going on here. I was wondering if this looks familiar to you at all. I know you've read a lot.
What am I looking at and what am I rolling?
Oh, you're not Kiyomi though.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. What am I rolling for this?
For
Stage
what
whisper,
were
don't
Preferably
actually
a
whisper.
knowledge.
Right, sorry.
knowledge. Knowledge, history, or healing, or if you have a profession in healing or something like that.
I can get away with knowledge local, can't I?
Yeah. Local? Yeah, sure.
Cool. Well, it wouldn't matter because I got 20'd, but it would be a total
No.
of 31.
Nice. Okay. Looking at this, local, and actually with that, I'm gonna need a history check.
Oh boy. If my dice doesn't fall off my table when I do this.
While he's examining, I will
28.
gesture towards Len. I'm gonna move these guys back into the alley a little bit.
You're
If
ready
I want to move these guys back into the alley a little bit. If I give you some coin, could you get some food?
Sure, I can do a 7-Eleven run.
I'll give Lynn 15 gold. That should be more than enough.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot. That's gotta be a lot of food. Don't forget, gold is oh boy. It takes 2 gold for a knife. That's yeah. So if you want to do it, just 5 or 7 is gonna be very good for food.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give 5 then.
All right. For Kiyome, locally, you can tell that this would make sense of some kind of affliction of this particular area. Since this is a desert and the Maraz desert itself does have a history of having civilizations gone and passed underneath the sands, it's not too common for some kind of curse or something like that to arise from a long gone civilization and pass on to passerbys. This particular curse, you're not sure about, but you can definitely tell that it is a curse in and of itself. What the name is or its particular things, you're not sure.
But it's a curse, so it's magic.
Yes, you are aware.
Spellcraft.
Spellcraft? To identify the curse, or
I want to identify the level of the curse.
the level of the curse?
Yes. Because curse is magic. I can dispel magic.
Okay.
I don't know if you need to spell magic or remove curse.
I say restoration might have an effect as well, but yeah. Remove curse.
It's something. If I can get.
Go ahead and do spellcraft, and after this, I will have to get going.
All right. Okay, the game really wants me to be a good Samaritan. I nat 20'd again.
Hot damn. This isn't spellcrafting it, and maybe with a little bit of detect magic. You're like, please, sir, let me see here. At first, he kind of recoils at the magical undertones, but the fear of dying and seeing his loved ones die overrules his fear of magic. And as you go to kind of inspect him, you feel, oh boy, you
do it.
You usually you see things, and you do kind of see along the skin, in kind of spell-like. Your eyes kind of glow a little bit, your pupils are a little bit more dilated. You can kind of see some kind of language running over the skin, and especially the mouth region of something afflicting. But the more you read into it, the more you begin to feel oppression. You feel tired. You feel dust. You feel ash. And the more you look into it, this feels ancient. This is... Holy crap, this is powerful.
So...
you kind of... your own mouth kind of dries a bit from just trying to comprehend how powerful this spell is, or curse.
So, what is the name of it?
The name?
Because that's part of spellcraft. I know I can figure out what the spell is.
This is true. Feast of Dust. Affected creatures can't eat, and are immediately fatigued. They regurgitate any food consumed, believing that the food is nothing but ashes, dust, or rot. They remain ravenously hungry for the duration of the curse. 24 hours after the curse manifests, in every 24 hours, they take 2d6 points of non-lethal damage from starvation, as long as the curse persists. Cure, because you do kind of get a sense of what can help mitigate this. Can be removed via limited wish, miracle, or wish. Break enchantment removes the effects of a curse for 1 day. Remove curse has no effect. Magically created food, such as food created from Create Food and Water, Goodberry, and Hero's Feast, offers, though it still tastes disgusting to the afflicted. Provides no true nutrition, but halves all starvation damage the creature takes for a number of days equal to the spell level. Until the origin of the curse is destroyed, the curse remains. And with that, I need to get going.
Well then.
Yeah. I'll catch you all later.
Yep.
See you.